it till you make it. You know this quote that everybody's always think that you're pretending to be someone that you're not. But then the truth is, everyone's a little bit delusional. Like, for example, that one friend of yours who thinks that she can change the fuckboy into being somebody's very, very soft and cliche, the bad boy turns good for the girl. Or that one gym bro who wants to have abs but eats pizza every night. Everybody's a little bit delusional. And this is just one thing you need to know before I even talk about how to manifest your dream life. You need to be prepared for this, because if you're not prepared for this video is not for you. Hi everyone, my name is Angel, it's your favorite Shindo here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be discussing about how to manifest your dream life. And one of my friends requested me to make this episode, so here's for you. Trust the process, trust the universe. Trust that the universe is doing everything in your best interest, that everything's been given to you as a blessing, not as a curse or because the universe is against you, but everything is in your favor. Let me give you an example. Maybe you have this dream job and you get rejected from your dream job, but this is probably the universe telling you you can get a better job. You can even make more money being your own entrepreneur. Maybe you can get a job that's better paying, better environment, and better circumstances. You just have to trust the process and the universe. Another thing to practice is being on high vibrations. You need to act like you are that high value woman or high value man that you are. Because if you're operating constantly on a low vibration, how are you supposed to be that successful? If, for example, you go out throughout your day just complaining and be like, oh, I have to go to the gym. Oh, I have to sit down for 8 hours in my work. You can't think about it like that. You have to be in high vibrations. You need to think positively. You have to be grateful. You have to think like, I know that right now my job sucks, but I'm going to put in the effort and I'm going to learn something new today. Or maybe you're going out on a new date and you're so tired and you're so traumatized of the previous dates you had before. Instead of going to the date and becoming like, oh, this is probably going to suck as well. It's gonna be a horrible date. Instead of having that mindset, you need to be on a higher vibration where you're just very positive. And I'm not saying like crazy positive, like you're just in denial, but I'm saying like be positive. Like come into the date and say, I know I had a lot of horrible dating experiences in the past, but here's my way of saying I want to try again and I think it is possible. Maybe this will be the one. And I know I always say this, but this is something that I practice every day and I think it's a very good practice to have in your daily life. But you need to be grateful. You need to be grateful about what you already have right now. Don't think about like, oh, like I'm not successful yet, I don't have enough money. Just be grateful. If you want to manifest being rich or maybe being successful in the future, don't be like, oh, I want to be like that, I want to be like that. You have to be grateful first of the things that you already have in your life right now. For example, you're just saying like, I am so grateful that I still have enough money to live in this beautiful house. Or I'm so grateful that I can afford a drink from Starbucks. Or I'm so grateful that even if my job is not where I want to be right now, I still have a steady income that I get every month. Just be grateful about the things that you already have. Be grateful for your friends, your family, the money, the love in your life, the career that you have right now. That is like a stepping stone to be able to be more successful in the future. Just be grateful for what you already have, because girl, if you're not even grateful, the universe is not gonna work with you. You have to work with the universe and be thankful. The other thing is you have to speak your manifestations or your dream as if it already happened. So instead of saying, I want money, I want to be rich, I want to be successful, you can practice by saying things like, I am abundant, I am grateful. Or you want love in a relationship. Instead of saying, I want a boyfriend who treats me well and da da da, say, I am loved. I feel love every single day in my life. Instead of thinking about, I wish I want this, I want this, I wish for this, saying, I am. This relates to what you already have, which is being grateful what you already have. So like, instead of saying, I want to be happy, I just want to be happy and like complaining about it, say, I am happy, I am abundant, I deserve all the love that's coming to me right now. This is how you're supposed to be speaking and how you're supposed to be manifesting, because when words are very powerful, like it's very powerful. You heard of the quote that says, you are what you say, or you are what you wish for? That is so true. So instead of complaining, you have to say it. I am successful. I am grateful. Especially, those TikTok affirmations, they actually do work. You have to speak it into existence for it to actually exist. And it's fine. Like, everyone is delusional. You can be grateful and delusional instead of like, I'm not saying be crazy delusional, like crazy delusional, but I'm saying be delusional as in you believe that you can achieve so much greater things. That's what I mean. Not as in be delusional over something crazy. But yeah, everybody's delusional. Another thing that I want to bring up when we're talking about how to manifest your dream life is the law of attraction. Because you attract what you are and not the other way around. Okay? If you are a very positive person, you look at the outlook of life in a very high vibration, high perspective, or you just have good energy, high vibrations, you will attract the same people. Like, let's give an example. So let's say Daphne. She's a very high vibrational woman. She's a very high class, high value woman. She wants to achieve more in her life. Maybe she wants to be more successful in her jewelry business, let's say. But she hasn't reached that amount of success yet. And maybe she goes through life and she portrays herself as like, she's a very positive person, and she comes towards life and socializes with her friends and say like, I'm so grateful that I have this life. I'm grateful that I already started my business. I know that I will do better and better things in the future. I will attract this type of people. And she's just generally very caring and very nice. And she never complains, but she actually does stuff and speak those affirmations. You will see her that maybe a year later, her business will take off. Because she believes in herself, she believes that the universe is in her favor, and she does these practices. Well, for example, let's say Jamie, she's in a 9-to-5 job. She wants to be a successful entrepreneur, but she goes in her everyday life just complaining and saying, I'm so annoyed. Like, my coworkers are horrible. My boss treats me so horrible. And then she just goes through life complaining about things like, oh my god, like I'm so bored, like I hate this job, and like when can I ever be rich? Like I just want to be rich. Like I just don't even want to work. I wish I could just be successful now. Like if you go through life like that, the universe is not gonna work with you, girl. So you need to attract. That means from what you attract, you need to be that person, because you are what you attract. So if you're already a good person, or like you don't complain and you're always finding things in a positive way, then you will attract those type of people. Like for example, if you're a high quality woman, you practice self-care, self-love, you will then attract a man who also has that same values, instead of like Daphne. But if you're going through your life like Jamie, then she will only attract like shitty men who maybe splits the bill or treats her horribly, doesn't prioritize her. So this is very important. Law of attraction. So this is similar, like trust the universe, but let the universe run its course, okay? What I mean by this is you don't have to be stressed out about your goals or your dreams or your manifestations. Don't be so worried like, oh my god, what if it doesn't work? Oh my god, I don't think I'm doing enough. Oh my God, I'm not good enough. Do not be like this. Just be grateful. I'm on this mission where I'm going to try to have a successful business and da 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 da. Okay? So you have to trust that the universe is working with you. Okay, so those are just some concepts before we actually do the steps of how to manifest your dream life. But trust me, if you don't actually have these mindsets or theories and you believe in them and you don't practice them in your life, then don't even think about manifesting your dreams. Now, let's get into some actionable steps of what you can do to manifest your dream life. But let me just tell you one thing. Manifestation, it is a lifestyle. It is not something that you just do a day and then forget all about it. You have to practice this in your life. This is a lifestyle. One thing that I really like to do to manifest is I would journal down. I would take a piece of paper, take a pen, a piece of paper, write down all your manifestations, write down all of your goals. And you have to be specific about this. For example, you say, I want a car. Like, okay, what car? What color is the car? What type of car is it? Is it a Toyota Audi? Is it a Ferrari? Is it a pink one, a red one, a yellow one? What is it? If it's not clear enough, how is the universe gonna give you the exact same thing? You have to be clear. Like, and let's say you wanna be successful. How? Do you wanna be a very successful entrepreneur? What entrepreneur do you want to be? Do you want to be in a food and beverage industry? Do you want to be in a fashion industry? How do you make money? Do you sell courses? Do you have a agency service, or do you have a fashion clothing line? You have to be specific. Or you say, I want to have an amazing job. What type of job? Do you want to be a social media marketer? Do you want to be a engineer? And for what company and what salary? What is the specific numbers in your bank account? Do you want $3 million of money coming into your account every year, every month, every day? What is it? You need to be specific with your goals. And this is how you manifest the right manifestations. You have to be detailed. You even have to ask yourself, why do I want to be like this? Why do I want to be this successful entrepreneur? Why in this industry? The point is, you just need to be really detailed. Another step other than journaling or writing it down, written manifestations, you could also do a vision board. And I know there's a lot of videos out there who says that, okay, let's do a vision board, but that's because just how powerful it actually is. And if you don't wanna, go through all the hassle of, buying a cardboard or like an info board and then printing out the pictures, sticking it down. Another thing that you can do is you can just basically go on Pinterest, write down all of your goals or the niches of your goals in Pinterest, select all the images that you feel like you relate to or you want to be like that in the future, and just paste that all on Pinterest, because Pinterest now have this like feature where you could make some type of like collage or like a Pinterest board for yourself, and you can just insert all the pictures and save it and use this as your wallpaper. That's it. It's really that simple. It won't even take you like more than 10 minutes. And make sure you see this every day. And if it's on your wallpaper, then obviously you're gonna see it every day, but you need it to be somewhere where you look at it every single day. After you're done with the writing manifestations, written ones and visual ones, now the next step of what you can do is actually take steps into your dreams or your goals in the future. I'm not saying that if you manifest, you like pray for it every day, you write it down, or you dream about it. You still have to do something. You have to take actions and steps in order to achieve that goals. I'm not just saying you will just do nothing about it, okay? Like, if you're starting a business, then what is the first thing that's gonna help you with your business? Maybe make a landing page, make a website. Just make sure to also do the actionable steps necessary to achieve your goals instead of just manifesting with no action. Now, I wanna talk about visualization, because to me, I think visualization is the most important thing ever. So what I mean by this is, try to think about what you feel or experience the feeling that you feel once you reach that certain goal. So for example, you are a CEO and you've hit that revenue amount of like maybe $10 million in revenue a year. Imagine what it feels like when you finally reach that goal. What are you feeling? Are you proud of yourself? Are you happy, ecstatic? What are you feeling in that moment? And really take down that feeling and always visualize it. Like, oh, this is what I'm feeling. This is the energy. And just visualize that. Now, the next thing you're gonna do is before you sleep, imagine that feeling, imagine that vibration, and think about it and dream about it 5 minutes before you sleep. So you're sleeping here, you're closing your eyes for 5 minutes. Just visualize that in your dream and it will stuck to you every single night. And that feeling, just visualize it. And you sleep with that vision in your head. Isn't that amazing? Another step is act like you already have it. Act like you already have that dream job. Act like you are already a CEO. Let me give you an example, because in the past year, I had like 2 to 3 lottery wins. And by lottery, I mean like I went to an event and I got their door prize. I manifested that I got flight tickets from Jakarta to Taipei, Taipei to Jakarta, and I actually got that. It's worth like 6 million rupiah. That's like 12k NTD. I mean, that's amazing. Like, I don't even have to pay for my flight tickets now. And I also manifested that I won the lottery, and I forgot what I won, but it was a cash prize. But I manifested all of that. How? Because let me tell you, because this is really one of my experience on how I manifested to get door prizes. And I actually did get three door prizes in the span of a year, and those were like big lottery prizes. So how I did this is very simple, okay? You need to believe that you already want it in your head. So in the beginning of the event, when they told me that they have the door prize, I just visualized in my mind that I would go to the stage, and when that moment comes, like, oh, and the lottery winner is da-da-da-da. And then I would just visualize and hear my name, Angelica Chandra, like my first and last name, like full name, being replayed. Or if it's a number like 17, you just visualize it in your head that, oh, and the prize goes to 17. Or like, just visualize it in your head. I swear this works like a charm, okay? I did this 3 times and 3 of them worked, okay? Basically, that's what I did in the beginning. And once it was literally the time for the lottery or the door prize picking up from the balls and everything, all I did was always replay my name or my number in my head. I'm not gonna tell that to people like, oh, I'm gonna get it. No, I'm not. I'm just like very chill about it, very calm. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I just have the mentality that, I'm gonna get it. And then I always visualize what I feel when I win it. Like, I feel amazing, but I feel chill because I know that I deserve it. I know that it's gonna be me. So that's what I did and how I won the lotteries. So I basically just kept visualizing it. And I also have to believe in it myself. And that's how I won. But in the end of the day, if you don't get it, that's fine. That's okay. There's always a next time. The worst thing that can happen is that it didn't come true. But you never told anybody about it anyways, right? So it doesn't matter. It will work out in the future. Affirmations. I know everybody says this, it's very trending on TikTok, but it works, okay? You need to speak it into existence. You can do this every morning when you wake up, when you're getting ready, or you could do it before you go to bed. I prefer doing it in the morning just because I feel more energized whenever I affirm what I am throughout the day. And also because I'm also grateful and I'm saying like, oh, I am like this, I am like this. I am grateful, I am happy. It just makes me in a more happier mood and to go throughout the day. Another tip that I like to do is I would write all my affirmations down in a post-it note, and when I'm getting ready, like when I'm doing my makeup, I'll just post it like on top of the mirror, and I would always be constantly reminded about it, and I would always say it as well. I mean, you can just look up really simple affirmations and paste the post-it there. So that's very simple. And you have to be really specific. Like, do you want affirmations about money, about love, about relationships, about career? And you basically gather all of those affirmations that you want and you just say it every morning. Instead of saying things like, oh no, I lost my job. Like, what am I supposed to do now? You can go throughout the day by saying, oh, I'm so excited about what's to come. That happened for the better, so I can receive a better job, a better high salary, a better working condition. Or another example is when you're in relationships, you don't go through it as just like, oh my God, I always attract shitty men. I always attract horrible men. Instead, you can come to it as in like, oh, I believe the next date I could meet the one. I believe that I can attract masculine men because I myself am a high value woman and I practice feminine energy. I know this is not common, but you can dress up like your future self. So for example, you want to be a successful CEO who does TED Talks, who goes on conferences and everything like that. You're not gonna dress up in like a sweatpants and a messy bun. You're gonna go throughout the day wearing like blazers, and it doesn't have to be heels. You can wear like comfortable shoes, but what I'm saying is don't dress up like lazy. Dress up as if you were already like a high value woman, like you're already very successful. Because literally the way you dress up will change your productivity. Like let's say if you work in your pajamas, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so lazy, I'm so demotivated, let me just go back to sleep. But if you actually dress the part, you go to work and you're like, I'm so excited, I'm so energized, we're gonna be so productive today, and you dress like it, and you wear, maybe for girls, like you wear makeup, you do your hair, and you feel confident and amazing because you look absolutely gorgeous. And instead of like wearing no makeup, messy bun, some people might like this, but I just like dressing up the way I do, and it makes me feel more confident. So the very last thing, this is the most important thing ever, and you have to keep this in mind, okay? I'm gonna say it. You have to be patient. I know you're waiting as if I'm gonna say something like really serious, but this is very important. You have to be patient, okay? Patience is key, literally. You might want your goals to like, okay, I'm gonna get my goal in a year. I'm gonna get my goal in like 3 months, 6 months. It is possible for some people, but everybody has their own timeline, okay? You need to be patient because maybe you manifested for a year, you want that goal for a year. But you have to be consistent about it as well. What if you give up on your first year? But what if later on in your third year, you're gonna be so successful and you're gonna reach 10 times as much as your goals, but you quit halfway and you're not patient, so you quit immediately. You have to be patient, this is key. Okay, so now we're going to the very end steps of this video. So I want to give you guys some actionable steps that you can start to take literally right after this video or right after I say this, because we want to start actually doing things, guys. Instead of just manifesting it only and not doing anything, watching this video, I want you to do something right after this video. The first thing you can do is you can open up your journal, take a piece of paper, take a pen, start writing down your goals and your manifestations, what you want in your life, and make sure to be detailed, guys, detailed. What color is the car? How much figures do you want in your bank account? How much zeros? What type of CEO do you want to be? What type of business do you want to grow? What type of job do you want? Be very detailed. The second thing you can do is you can start Googling up affirmations about what you want or what you want to affirm and write it down on your post-it notes and start sticking them in your walls. Another thing is you can start journaling about what you are grateful for, or you can even say it, and practice this every single day and write down at least 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for. And the last step is to take your first action of your goals or your dream. What I mean by this is if you want to start a business, start making that website, start making that landing page. So this is it on how to manifest your dream life. Let me know if you want any other tips, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you, and I hope that you reach all of your manifestations, all of your dreams, and just remember to be patient. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!